what it's like to be in love. Hey, tell me what it's like to feel protected when you hug. I've been feeling like I'm stuck. I'm so stubborn when it come to feelings. Do I love or do I lust and just enjoy the feeling? Trust me, it's a difference. See, I'm always gonna protect my heart. But when it's love, it's no protection. Can't just give them parts. You give your all, and if you don't, then you just make it hard. But when it's lust, forget the problems. Just come get me hard. This how we leave our women scarred. The lust create a soul tie.
Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on you.
Yeah.
Baby. Yeah. Nothing on
Yeah.
Come on now.
Nothing on you.
Bang, bang, bang. C-Town.
What's happening? That year was real strong. Did you
Yeah.
catch that Tinder?
Yeah.
It was like real.
Yes.
It was real powerful. It was giving.
Yeah, it's nothing like giving.
It's nothing like receiving.
Nothing like giving. Yeah, giving and receiving. Uncut, uncensored, y'all. You know what it is. That time of the day.
Swing around.
Swing around. Okay. I'm going to turn myself down.
Your mic sounds nice.
It sounds nice. Okay, here we go. All right, so y'all check it out. I like to just get up on this mic, so that's why, even my levers are lower than yours. But I
Did you say levels or lovers?
I don't know
Level,
what he said.
level.
I was still stuck on the
levers,
get up on
levers. Don't worry about it.
Give me the bell.
Yeah, no, you got enough.
I could
got
have
enough.
sworn something like he said even my lovers.
Levers.
See?
These things are,
You know what?
my levels and stuff like that.
Okay.
But anyway,
Go ahead.
anywho,
Moving right along.
C-Town, what's happening?
What's good?
It's that time of the day, this
Yes.
time of the hour. You got your folks in the house. You know what I'm saying? The peeps are in the place.
The peeps are in
In
the
the place. Yeah, baby. Good weather outside.
Oh my God. Lovely weather.
This is
Listen.
almost perfect.
I can even go 10 degrees higher.
Listen, I just need the air quality to improve.
Well, the air quality is not going to improve. So we drugged up on allergy meds around these parts.
When do the trees stop pollinating?
I don't know, but you see the pollen flowing?
It's all over
It's
the
all over.
cars.
It's all over.
Oh,
gotta
here we
stay
go. Look
drugged
at it. Look at it.
I can't even talk about it without coughing.
That's why I came and got you just
Listen,
like that.
That's why I'm going to stay in the house.
So y'all know what this is, Relationship Talk Radio. Relationship Talk. Go to YouTube, check us out, Relationship Talk, Uncut, Uncensored. IG, you can join in at any time on IG. Give us a topic, give us your views, your point of views, and all that good stuff. And that's uncut.uncensored.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay,
it
Yeah,
is.
I'm
and
proud
then
of
if you want to catch up with your
Check my
boy,
understanding, though, but it's okay.
catch up
Do
with your
what?
boy. Do what now?
You know what? Never mind.
She's sipping. She can't say anything.
She don't need to
Right.
say. I think I heard her. I think I heard her.
You can catch me on IG as Don Zani. And then Facebook, old school dude here,
That's a nice watch.
Don Bradford, Batman, Invictus Batman.
Okay, nice.
Thank you very much.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Y'all can find me at Tasha_empowers. And like D Boogie said, y'all can catch us on YouTube at Relationship Talk, Uncut Uncensored. And that's it. That's all I got.
Hey, everybody.
Get in that mic. Get up on it. Get up on that mic. Jill's got that mic.
Listen, if I do it too much, I might swallow it. Anyway, hey, everybody.
You know
I don't know what's going on.
It's the Percocets or the prednisone, whatever you said you want.
You know.
What's up? This is Akira, also known as Tinder, and you can find me on IG at Tinder10. That's TENDER10.
All right.
Let's get into it.
All right, people. So today's topic is how to keep the spark alive.
Let's keep that spark
How
alive.
to
That's
keep the
important.
spark alive. So I was combing through the internet as I'm always doing,
Okay.
and I was seeing a lot of conversations surrounding, sparks dying out and the chemistry, dwindling, and I said, Okay, wow, she's
focus,
pretty.
focus.
I know, right?
Focus on
my bad, my bad.
Focus. Focus.
Right. So, but yeah, so the conversations was about, you know, the spark and what happens, you know, when the spark goes out, when the flame is dwindling or is just not flaming. The flame
When
is
the
not giving
flame
flame.
is extinguished.
There you go, extinguished. There's nothing there. So how do you keep the spark alive? I said, you know, this is a really interesting conversation. I think, you know, I think based on my own experience, you know, having been married, having been in some long-term relationships, you know, I think what happens in relationships is people get too comfortable, too familiar. And what's the saying? Familiarity breeds contempt. You know, when you get too comfortable with a person. Oh, neither. Okay. Well, okay. So y'all never heard that before.
Please,
So
let's
when
just break
you-
it down what it is.
So
for us.
basically, when you get too comfortable
Let me
with
look
a
it up and I can quote it.
so basically, when you get too comfortable with a person, that means they stop inquiring about you. They stop wanting to know about you. They stop, you know, the wonder of surprise is not there. And so you begin to have a little resentment. And resentment turns into focus. Ain't that what you just told me, D Boogie? Now, see, I didn't go that far.
No, you talking. I'm
You
going
dis-
to
you
quiet them. I'm about
distracted
to.
me.
No, I'm about to shush them.
Oh, okay.
You continue to talk.
So, see, you just made me lose my train of thought. What did I just say?
We were talking. You were explaining what familiarity.
Oh yeah.
brings.
So you know, then you have resentment, and once resentment sets in, now you have contempt. Contempt puts you in that place where, you know, you kind of like shut off, and once you shut off, like where do you go from there? You know, it's.
That's not quite what that saying means.
Okay, help us out because
excuse
I've
me.
I mean,
Go.
what you're saying is right, but that's not what
That's okay.
saying
You ain't
means.
got to insult me and then correct me to soothe it over the same.
what he's saying. So
Please,
Come on.
please. So Rafik is going to unpack this statement for us.
Go ahead. He's correcting me.
So the saying familiarity breeds contempt means that, yeah, it means that if you really get to know, in this case, if you really get to know somebody, you know all of their foibles, their inconsistencies, that kind of stuff. So as you get to know people really well, you can potentially know the worst about them, and that can breed contempt. That's where the saying comes from.
Oh, so it reveals the good and the bad. Okay.
So let me ask you this. You know, is it fair and safe to say that when you are with someone and things become so common and there's, you know, there's some, it's just like blah, isn't that enough to make you be, you know, resentful?
Well, no.
Okay.
And here's why. In the sense of familiarity breeds contempt, I'm going to speak on that
You might
part
have to turn her mic up.
first.
she'll get there.
Right.
Okay.
She always do.
I want to speak on that part first because I think that means that, like as Rafik said, it highlights, not highlights, but it brings to light the bad part or the part that makes you feel indifferent. Well, not necessarily indifferent, but a certain way towards a person. Now, if that happens, were you really loving that person from the beginning? It makes me wonder, like, even though, okay, so yeah, you see this person and you like, oh, you really infatuated with this person and you really think this person is all great and all, but then as you become more familiar with them, you start to see their flaws. And then now you're like, I ain't really digging you like that. But that shouldn't, but because we're talking about how to keep the spark, that makes me feel like you were just in la la land at the beginning, but we're talking about the spark. That's after you. That's you know the good and bad of this person, and you're still with this person, and you're not necessarily looking at them differently. It's just that life comes into play. And when life comes into play, you like, okay, I got them. I can focus more on this area or that area, which you should be able to focus on all those important areas of life, but you still have to cultivate your relationship.
That's true. I can agree with that. And I think, is it, you know, because we're talking about, you know, keeping the spark alive. And, you know, when you become too familiar with your mate and you just assume because you've been with this person for so long, like, oh, I know it. This is what they're going to do. Like so you stop trying to surprise your mate. You stop appreciating your mate. And so I think that's what causes the spark to go. Now, to go with what Tinder said, does that mean you didn't necessarily love the person? I mean, it's proven in the beginning of a relationship. I mean, your hormones and your mind and your emotions are all over the place. That's why it's the honeymoon phase. None of that is real. You not real, he ain't real, this relationship is not real. Y'all all in la la land. Now that the man
But couldn't La La Land be the spark?
I love La La Land.
I don't like La La Land.
I mean, La La Land, in my opinion, is the spark.
You think La La Land is the
Yeah, I mean, because you are so overjoyed and so in tune with this person, even though your emotions and things like that may be every place you like is la la, because you overjoyed here and your emotions are running over here, so you just got so many things going on, and it's all from this person, related to this person. So I believe that itself is the spark. So because the spark is if you look at it from a fire perspective, it sets the fire. So there's something that the spark is something that you can always go to start
the fire
fire again. So, in my opinion, I think, is it lost? It's sometimes I just believe it's unrecognizable, because of so many other things, supersede. So much water and mud on this thing right now, so it's hard for the spark to come back alive. And it's I think there's several factors to how to keep it. I'll talk about some of those a little bit later. I don't want to jump too far ahead.
Well, if I can go to what you said. So you made an interesting point, and I want to kind of dig a little deeper. You said you think La La Land is the spark?
Yeah.
That makes me want to unpack something a whole lot deeper, because if La La Land is the spark, this whole situationship is in my opinion, it's destined to fail, because La La Land is not real. You putting your best foot forward. This is not even you. You don't even this.
No. It is you. I just want to stop there. It is you.
I disagree.
This is not.
It's your representative.
This is not what I'm talking about.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not talking about a representative.
Okay.
I'm talking about being in a relationship to you probably spend some time. You pass that phase.
Okay.
You are past that initial phase.
Okay.
Of the representative.
Okay.
So now you kind of like really know, got a good feel that you can move forward.
Okay.
With this person, because I'm just going to say this: we all know we are very guarded.
Very much so.
In the beginning of dating or getting to know someone, because we feel that, hey, this is the representative. But once we get beyond that stage, the our La La Land is like, hey, this is potentially for real, and I'm a part of it. And we are doing certain things. So certain things like this is the phase when you have to hone on the activities and the things that you really appreciate with your significant other. It could be the romance. It could be that we spend quality time, not just time, quality time. It could be it could be our nightlife. I just call it.
Nightlife.
Yeah.
I like that.
Adult time.
Adult time, yeah.
Okay.
Full adult time.
we get it.
Love adult
Grown
time.
folks time.
We
Yes.
get it.
Oh,
You have honed in on that. Okay.
You got it when I first said it.
When you're adulting, you doing what
Yeah.
grown folk do. Stay out. Go and close the door.
Right.
That time.
So, and so. However, the spark.
So that's not really La La Land then.
Yeah, I'm not making them synonymous here.
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, you see, I'm like,
Yeah.
the spark.
Yeah.
The spark.
You
The
try-
spark.
Okay.
I personally have problems with the spark over the years.
You said all that to.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I do.
You know what
You know.
When you say you have a problem with the
No,
spark,
we don't got to go there.
do you have a problem with keeping the spark alive, or do you have a problem with unpacking what the spark
I'm pretty sure he has a problem. This is gonna sound real biased because this. Let me just throw some gentle shade. I'm pretty sure most men have a problem keeping the spark alive. But go ahead, because the catch and keep game is not the same.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
Wait.
I'm done for now. Go ahead, D Boogie. So you were saying you have a problem with keeping the spark?
Well, it's like you said, earlier when you were giving your definition of.
My wrong definition and
But
Rafiq so eloquently
even
corrected
though
it.
your definition, your
At least
statement,
I was in the vicinity.
but your statement was valid.
Okay.
On what you said was valid. When you were saying that people tend to get comfortable, and once they do get comfortable, they stop. They just pretty much almost stop. Especially guys. I got her.
Yeah.
Right.
She's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So you also describe it as the catch and keep game. So go ahead.
I see that. I mean, I don't want to blame the guys and say that it's your fault.
However,
because I mean, life happens, and yeah, you were in active pursuit, and you were doing all these fantastic things, and keeping the spark alive. But then you got complacent, and a lot of times we get complacent, and we won't even just say it's him. Both of you got complacent. The things she used to do, she don't do anymore. The things you used to do, you don't do anymore. But it's that coming together and to understand that you definitely have to nurture your relationship. If it's not going to work if you don't nurture it, and it'll get boring. I mean, it might work, but it's going to be bland. You want some spice in that thing, you need to do some things that you don't normally. I mean, you have to adjust your time and make time for it. And putting that spark back in it can be so minimal, but it can mean so much. It can be as little as taking her out to a movie. Come on, babe, I planned a night for us. Take her to a movie and dinner, whatever the case may be, or a walk in the park. That'll put that spark back in. But also knowing what to talk about when you're together to make sure it doesn't come up as an argument or you don't spoil the mood while you're out. So I think that's important. What about you, Tasha?
I like what you said, Tender. I'm not going to put it all on a man either. Because women, we can be guilty.
Cause honey,
Yeah.
I think I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
Oh, did you just hit the?
I'm guilty. Cause let me tell you, I get complacent and be like, all right, so you want me to do what?
Right. I don't feel like that.
I know I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, but you're here now.
Right. I mean, that.
So it goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
it
both
definitely
ways.
goes both ways.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that when we get back. Y'all listening to Uncut and Uncensored, and this is WOVU 95.9 FM. We will be right back.
WOVU 95.9. She's so expensive, okay. She's so expensive, okay.
95.9 FM. WOVU Uncut Uncensored. Glad you guys and ladies are here with us today. So today's topic, we are talking about the spark. Where does it go? Why does it leave us? And how do we?
Bring it back.
Go ahead.
No, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, D Boogie. I'm sorry.
I'm done with it.
No, come on. You say where did it go? What else?
You didn't hear me, huh?
I didn't. I'm writing
All
down.
right. And then you
forgot?
No, you didn't hear me. And then you was telling me, you know,
Just like a woman.
how to keep it, how to keep the spark, how to keep the spark alive. That's what we're talking about. And
With the break, go ahead.
no, when we went to break, you were getting ready to discuss how you keep it alive.
I'm pretty sure that's not what we went to break on. Even though I don't remember, but I'm sure that wasn't it.
I think we went to break and I said I'm bad at keeping the. I get complacent. I do get complacent.
And you
I let
said,
life happen.
I do too. And then you were getting ready to elaborate on it.
I don't think I was getting ready to elaborate, but okay.
But it's fine.
No, I was gonna say that. No, that's what it was. And you were like, so it's a two-way street. And see, it came back to me, and I said, yeah, it goes both ways. So you tried it. You tried it. Not today. Yes, it goes both ways. However, no, I'm not gonna even say however, but it does go both ways. I think, as women, we get comfortable. Men, y'all are visual. And when a woman has been in a relationship for a while, we get comfortable. Women, we pull the bonnets out, the scarves, the face masks.
Nah, listen. I don't think we need to talk bad about them bonnets or them scarves. Only less and unless they leave that house on your head. Now, the bonnets and scarves are important at night. Fellas, get up off of them, because we ain't said nothing about them wave caps that you fail to throw in the washer.
Oh.
But anyway, I digress.
The wave cap that you refuse to put in the washer. Okay.
I
Well,
got to
that's
go
a simple
find
fix.
that
You can
bad
drop.
boy
You
to
can
put
throw
in
it in
the
the washing machine for him.
Them certain, I don't mean
And problem
them certain
solved.
type of guys though, aren't they?
There are some time guys.
Yeah, okay.
What you mean?
Just like, ladies, put that scarf in the wash machine. Goodness gracious. And wash your pillows. Don't just wash the pillowcase. Wash the pillows. The pillows.
You've been slapping them.
That's not going to do. That don't have anything to do with the spark.
It does.
I know that those females don't wash their pillows. You be aware a lot of
People don't wash pillows.
I mean, come on. But you're talking about females washing pillows.
Are you?
What
I
know
mean,
about
ladies
that?
wash the
Did you
pillows.
seriously try to put my girl on?
Because I wash my pillows. Don't play with me. My pillows go in the
See,
wash.
I told you. See what I told you.
Oh,
She
she
was
did
going to come
come up.
out. I told you she was.
That's a whole nother topic.
But anyway, let's get back
Okay,
to
we're
the
not
spark.
going there. We're not going
The
there.
spark. Okay, so when
we're
we
not
were
going
on
there.
break, we
But we're not
talked
going
about how we as people. Rafiq brought up a good point when he spoke of something Chris said about something. I don't know. But then they
Something
talked
about
about but it brought me back to a point I had written down earlier: evolving and not getting to know that person during each season. So what I meant by that was we as humans should be evolving. We shouldn't be the same all the time. You should be better than your yesterday person, and that person should have been better than their day before yesterday person. So we should be working hard to improve, whether we were improving on our jobs, whether we're improving as a person, spiritually, physically, whatever the case may be, but we should be evolving. And yes, Rafiq said that keeps a woman interesting. And I didn't know that, and that resonated with me. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I still think even if she is the same plain Jane doing the same thing, you still should be able to maintain a spark. And it doesn't necessarily mean you because she decided that she's complacent with
Rafiq
where she
like,
is.
no, he ready.
It
You can't
doesn't
even finish.
necessarily mean that she that you can't maintain a spark with her. It's maintaining a spark in the relationship. Period. Rafiq, say what you gonna say.
No, I just remember Eddie Murphy Raw, where he talked about.
Oh, here we go. Eddie Murphy was raunchy.
And like you've been on a desert island, and then you get
Ooh.
some saltines, and this is like the best cracker you done had.
Yeah.
And then after you done had those same crackers,
And you get a
you're gonna
Ritz.
be like, crackers again? You know?
Right.
And I mean, it's really no different. I mean, can we get some cheese on the crackers?
Yeah.
Can we
So,
get something?
but
And
that's
what you mean
different
by,
from
like, evolving.
keeping.
I can
that's
see that, though.
different. That's different from maintaining the spark. That's different. That's putting a little razzle dazzle on your physical or on you yourself. But the spark in a relationship, That's
I think the brother just said the same thing that you were saying.
Didn't
No, he
say
didn't.
the same
He
thing.
just gave it a
talking
different
about
analogy.
eating some. He talking about making sure he or she are evolving in their
It's
lives.
called an analogy. I was just using that.
I'm saying that,
It's
but it's
analogy.
not the same thing because we're talking about keeping the relationship interesting.
I think if I'm understanding, because I'm actually going to agree with Rafiq. That's really scary.
Go ahead.
And I say that because I think what he's saying is
Gentlemen, too.
whatever. I think what he's saying and what you saying, Tender,
To 10.
is
See the boys up
To
too.
10.
See the boys up.
No, by 2.
City boys
To
are not
10.
up.
To
Because
10. You're down by 8.
I'ma still stick beside my girl.
That's right.
I agree with what she's saying. You know, I'm on her side. However, I also agree with Rafiq. No,
City
but
boys up.
so but here's the thing. So I think what Tinder is saying is that even though she's basically boring and she doesn't have anything,
She was always boring.
But hold on, no.
and you took her out to dinner and to the carnival. Then
she put on a
take
good
her to
front
the
though.
carnival.
No, but here's the thing, and see, that's that honeymoon
He liked
stage.
her that she
That-
was- he
no,
liked that
no,
she
that's
was
that
boring.
trickery. Here's
She
the
gonna be in
trickery.
the
Talk
house.
it. Say it.
Here's the
Don't worry about
trickery.
it.
And listen, I mean, you know, I call it what it is. Here's the trickery. When he met her, she talked about all the things that she was doing and what she wanted to do. And so she snagged this dude who is, you know, he traveling, he filming here, he recording there, he the chaplain of this
Bag.
what you call it thing or whatever. he doing photography over here. So she got the big up. I don't just go to work and go home. You know, I go to
Bait switch.
you know, here and there and everywhere. And so now it sounds real good. So, you know, he like, okay, well, look, we going to go to the carnival because this is what he does. He's a man on the move. And she like, cool, I'm down for it, but she really not. She really tired. She want to go home and watch Atlanta Housewives. But she going to go with it.
I mean, if you
now
watch
you
Atlanta Housewives, they ain't the one you want.
but this is you know not a knock against who watched that. But anyway, now you 6-8 months into the relationship, and he like, well, dang, I thought you said you know, he come over, she just flicking. You know, she got off at 4, she home by 4:30. What you doing? Nothing, just, you know, watching TV.
Relaxing.
Still, a whole month went by. Now her whole conversation is about the latest show. He done just came back from Egypt. You know, he done finished a movie. He done took a whole course and completed. You know, and so it's like,
But that's
I'm not
what he
even.
needed, some normalcy.
No,
he
no,
needed
that's
some
no.
balance. He
No.
won't need to come home and be still
No, that's
for a minute.
that's boring. And now he's like, who I thought you were. I'm bored. Like, there's nothing interesting about you. So the spark that had me in the beginning is like, I can't even
Well,
get
did-
with this.
So that's a
Attest to
different
that.
spark.
No,
to
I
me.
can attest to that because that makes sense because
How did you get here, Chris?
because
How?
I am the.
I don't understand. How did he? Tasha, what happened?
Because he loves
You
us and
just
he
walk
can't,
in the door and
he
had
can't
a-
help it.
Like, you know what I mean?
Because he
I
love
got-
us and he
like
can't
I
help
got
it.
a title at the station, not one but two.
We do got a
Like,
title.
Not one but two. I'm
Just
a boss here.
listen. Nobody asking you to put your
But I think
accolades
that's
out
two
here.
different
Hey,
sparks.
I
think that's-
told Chris he's welcome anytime.
Yeah.
I think that's two different sparks. I think that's
Anytime.
That's a spark that she keeps to keep him interested in her. But we're talking about the spark in a relationship to keep the relationship alive. That's two different sparks.
But no, that's all going into
It's the
one.
spark.
Part
I
of
mean,
it.
it's
not about how
it's
big
all
it is.
pretty close to the same.
Yeah. Like what she said, when if he's traveling, like you traveling, you work. When we do it, what Rafiq do, what I do, what he do. Like when you're doing this work, it's legitimately work. So when I go out and DJ, I go travel, come back, it's work. Outside of that, when I'm done with it, I do not want to do anything. Pretend like I want to do something and have fun.
You said you don't want to do anything?
Like I want to have fun. Like I don't want to sit home. I want to go enjoy.
Oh, you
want to
go be in the streets?
No, with your significant other.
I'm messing with
and kick it.
Yeah.
Like no, I didn't come home to sit down.
Right.
Like when we're gonna go kick it. We're gonna enjoy this time
Mm-hmm.
because that's part of it. Because I'm gone all the time, working, doing that work, and come back. Yo, I ain't seen you. Let's kick it. Let's have fun. Let's do this. These are the trips put up. And if you don't like to do that, then that's a problem because
But on top of that, though, your work gives you a lot of different experiences.
Yep.
So you've got new stuff to talk about. And this is just a hypothetical.
Yeah.
If she's somebody whose work alone
Him or her,
isn't giving them a bunch of new experiences, you know,
Yeah.
like let's say they're just doing data entry or something.
Dad,
Noble
why you
profession.
dogging the people who do
Noble
that?
profession, I'm just saying, that's all they do, and they don't have any hobbies or anything else.
Input
Then
this
it's like,
data.
what are we going to talk about?
I used to do data entry and
Used
I loved it.
used to.
And I'm sure you
What you-
did.
what
Used to.
What you do now? You still do it?
No,
still
No.
I didn't go to school for that.
All right.
still
I
do
do
it.
what I went
Point.
to school for.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
okay.
can't
All
be
right. So
on
you
school,
enjoyed
you
your
know.
time. So that entry you didn't enjoy.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so say for instance, this I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna flip it a little bit. I'm gonna say he's home all the time, and she's out doing. Her career is evolving in such a way, but he is still working his same career. But when she get home, he has some flowers for her, or he's cooked dinner and it's a nice dinner. He's welcomed her home, and now it's a foot bath in the living room with some towels and some
That's
candles.
what she
and
needs. That's
the
a spark.
in
That's
a
the spark.
relationship.
Let's say he does
That's the
that.
spark.
Right.
And that's all he is. So he's at home, but he's got a foot bath and some roses and all of this stuff
When
ready
she
for
walked
you.
through the door.
But yes, fine. But he's boring and he's
Yeah.
not growing. You gonna get bored of the bath.
But wait
Yeah.
a
everything
minute.
else. It's
Wait
gonna
a
be
minute.
nice.
No,
Yeah.
this is the same guy though.
Yeah.
We ain't saying he's boring. We saying this is the same guy. This is the same guy that she was always with, but she's the one that's evolving in her career.
In her career.
In her career. And when she walks through the door, he ignites. I know y'all.
It's
That,
okay.
Go
Take
ahead,
your
go
time.
ahead,
Go
take your
ahead.
he
Go ahead.
ignites the
Stop
spark
hollering
in the
out there.
relationship because she's not coming home to the same boring dude. She's coming home to the dude that's happy to see her.
Well, he ain't been doing nothing all day. He done got off at 2:00. It's 2:30. He
But,
ain't
but
got
you
no
know,
more time
but
to play.
let me say this though. Let me say this.
Shoulda done
So
picked
that's
the
how
whole
you
I understand.
card. Go ahead.
spark a lot.
See,
in the
listen,
relationship.
you know, y'all trying to make opposites, almost as if opposites can't maintain a spark. Even though one person may be well gone in their career, the career does not have anything to do with the relationship.
Thank you.
You know, so the spark is not what they are doing.
Thank you.
You know, without each other. The spark is what we do together.
Yes, D.
And that can be anything. You know, the woman may when she comes home, you know, I take me for an example. When I was out here doing my thing, when I came in, I wanted to relax. I didn't want someone in the home like, hey, listen, let's go have a good time. You know, sometimes you do that, but for the most part, what I was looking at is, okay, we're going to have dinner. We're going to do some things. We may go out together and do something. But if we may sit and watch a movie. We may talk about some things that happen either at my job or you know, not necessarily at your job, you know, but it could be her job, or we could talk about, you know, things that trip us out with family and stuff like that. And but we will have our own agenda and, you know, something that we do together that would create and keep us with sparks, fire, and really just keep us illuminated. So I don't think careers.
The career thing was an example
Yeah.
of
Okay.
being able to grow and change. In your example, I'm sure that you and her were still evolving as people, because if you weren't, y'all wouldn't have had nothing to talk about. Hence the spark. So there needs to be some kind of growth, some kind of something
Yes.
going on. I'm not saying y'all got to be out here in the streets kicking it, but there needs to be some kind of growth, something that's gonna be interesting to talk about.
But Rafiq, this is, in this example, I agree that it is nice to have things to talk about outside of each other. But when you out here getting it and
It could be y'all could be talking about each other, but if y'all haven't changed, at
Yeah.
all, and y'all the same people, and y'all done been together for 4 years, and you know that person, and they haven't changed at all, realistically, there's not a whole lot that y'all gonna be able to talk about each other if y'all haven't been growing.
But
And
wait
we've
a
all
minute.
seen those marriages of people that have been together
Yep.
for 30 years, and they still together, mind you, but it's not really a whole lot going on there, because neither of them really there's nothing really to talk about.
But
They've
that
seen
doesn't
every
necessarily
episode, and
mean.
there's nothing wrong with that, but they've seen every episode of that show. I was with a couple last they're a happily married couple. They both retired and everything, and they were kind of joking about it, and she's like, well, I need to just get him out the house, because the only thing he gonna do is just ask me, well, what you doing, what you watch, you know what I mean? And it was funny, but
Right.
and they together, but like really ain't no spark there.
But if that person hasn't changed, you fell in love with that person. And if that person hasn't changed, so what? As long as when we're together, we're enjoying each other. That's the spark.
That's the spark.
Thank you.
But see, I don't
Thank
see.
me, D Boogie. High five, D Boogie.
I don't
Give me
agree.
an elbow
I'm gonna
bump.
give you elbow.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I do not agree. I do not agree, because that is not enough. It is not enough. I'll use.
Can you hold that thought?
I hope so.
Because
Let me
that's
write it
that
down.
you don't
I'm gonna
agree.
write it down
You don't
for you.
agree. You don't agree. not
the
enough.
first time you ever remember it.
You know, that's because we're going to break.
I'm all right. I don't.
Okay. Glad y'all here with us. Uncut Uncensored. We be right back.
Listen up, this is Joel.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? You are listening to Uncut Uncensored. If you are just tuning in, catch us on YouTube at Relationship Talk Uncut Uncensored. Download the app, WOVU 95.9. So if you're just tuning in, we are talking about how do you keep the spark alive? How do you get it? So when we went to break, D Boogie and Tinder are united in their thoughts.
Yes, we
and
are. Yes, we
they're
are.
basically saying as long as we together, we don't need nobody else. Just us two and no more.
She's good at doing that, so it's the first time you caught some of that.
I mean, basically that's
She'll
what y'all
say
saying.
something other than what we were
Y'all
saying.
gonna both sit at home and flick channels together. It's all good. 'Cause y'all.
She does it all the time.
I'm
Okay, no.
Did
Basically,
you see how I feel?
I mean, y'all basically said, listen, if one person is on the move and doing some things and you busy, and if you got your mate is like a homebody, they don't really like to do nothing. As long as when you get home,
I
tend
just
to the
said
back.
sometimes opposite attracts. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna let me finish? Thank you. don't even be getting all, Tinder said as long as the flowers and the bills are paid, it's all good. D Boogie, you saying opposites attract. However, here's where I disagree. So I'm gonna use a couple different examples. I'm gonna use my sister and my brother-in-law. They work because they are one and the same. Neither one of them really likes to do too much. She's not like one that goes out. He's not one that go out. So they work. Now, when they feel like, okay, we need to start doing something, they'll book a trip, take a vacation, go out dancing, because they understand, okay, we've been together a long time. And my brother-in-law was like, listen, sometimes I just be like, look, I need you to switch up. I need you to come in as Tanya today. Y'all reading between the lines, you understand what that's saying. That's that example. Another example, I met a lady. She came into the restaurant. Her and her husband she's doing some big things. And she wasn't there with her husband. Let me just say that. And she said, oops. She said, when
Hello?
I want to have fun, this is what I do. I need my peace. And so, hey, since you giving it to me, I'm going to ask, what, your peace ain't at home? She said, well, home is my sanctuary. That's where I go. But when I want to have fun and I want to get out and I want to laugh and I want to do things, this is what I do. So basically, it ain't with the husband. It's with somebody else other than the husband. The husband at home paying the bills, taking care of the house, making sure the house is the home. She over here having fun. Like Jada said, I just wanted to feel good. So with all that saying, yeah, you could be opposites, but listen, I don't care what you intend to say. If it ain't no spontaneity, if it ain't no spark, if it's not some excitement, men and women are going to stray.
We didn't
Well,
say
but we
that
didn't say it wasn't
never
a spark.
We identified what the spark was.
Where I didn't hear. Did I miss the
we
identify?
agreed on
were
what the spark was.
So the spark is the flowers?
The spark is doing what each other like.
What's that?
But that don't necessarily mean he have to go out and do all this other stuff in the world, as long as you're sparking our relationship.
Yeah.
And he can be, because check this, he can be
missing
doing all of that in the world and still not sparking a relationship.
Well, where is the spark?
The
I'm
spark
asking y'all where the
is
spark is.
catering to your love language. That's the spark.
That's a good one. I'm gonna give you that one. Check.
She wasn't here earlier.
Acts of service.
That's
Okay.
what I love. I love a good acts of service and
Getting
then
your
hit
feet
it with a
rubbed.
gift.
Getting your feet rubbed. That's a spark.
Yeah.
Okay, but how many feet rubs? So you so we just gonna stay home and you gonna rub my feet?
No, she walked through the door
we
after
can
a
do
long day. He's been at home. He greets her at the door, grabs her
You paint the whole
briefcase
scenario.
and sits her down and takes her shoes off.
Well, you
and
trying to
say,
smear it.
Listen,
I
sit
paint
right
it.
here. I'll be back. It's candles. It smell good in the
Okay.
house. And
Now that's good.
that's the spark. And then he
Okay.
rubbing your feet, baby. How was your day?
So now is that?
That's all.
Now that's a good
some
spark.
ooh-wee for me.
Now that's definitely some ooh wee, and you can get some ooh wee.
all day.
What you say?
All night.
What you say before the heroin come in? When you just walk in the door and say,
You grab her briefcase, sit it down,
That's
sit her
good.
down, and take her heels off, and say, "Sit right here. I'll be right back." And you got the candles lit. It's the ambiance that's in the
I'm
house.
with that.
All of that. That is the spark.
That's a
It's
good
not
one.
about
I
what
I think that's the picture we painted before.
Right,
Isn't
That
it?
wasn't the picture.
we
That
delivered
wasn't-
this message earlier.
That's not bad.
That's not
TV
bad.
stuff.
That's
I like it.
yeah, that ain't bad. But I
TV
mean, but
stuff.
okay, but like,
But
Yeah,
it's not
racist
about
type
him
stuff.
chasing no bag, no other kind
No,
of way, and
not at
all
all.
this other stuff. I don't care about that. The spark in a relationship. Now, if you just trying to keep me interested in you by doing all these other things, that may not even interest me.
But when do you switch it up? Is my thing. So like the scenarios that's been painted, it's been 4, 5, 6, 10 years, and you've been grabbing my briefcase, running my water, rubbing my feet for all these
I
years.
mean, you can
it's
add-
like
you can- you
it's
can
like
add-
come on now.
This particular
not-
day.
Did
this
y'all see the
particular-
hold on? Did y'all see the movie with Gabrielle Union and Tyler? She was like, okay, I know when I get up, he gonna have the oatmeal ready. As soon as I get to the door, here come the flowers.
But
But here's
you
the
don't do this.
thing.
You
It's
don't
like,
do,
let me yarn her.
It's
What's-
the thought.
And the
You don't get to see this
gratitude.
often.
Where's
It's
her
the thought.
gratitude?
It's not necessarily just the same
That's
act.
Rafiki.
Right.
You don't-
And-
Okay,
it's
so
the-
instead
it's
of
the ener-
roses, you bringing
It's
tulips.
the energy.
No.
You-
Then the next day, the next time, it's something else. I know. Listen, I know when I get off work on Saturday, I know I have something. There's something planned for me, for us.
Now, see,
I
that's
know
good.
that.
You
But-
or us?
Us, and I don't know about it until I get there.
Now I like that.
know that.
I love that. I
But what
love
if he
it.
stopped doing that though?
It's okay. Then I'll do it. It's my turn in.
Now, what if he
It's not
stopped
gonna
doing it
stop.
for a whole long time?
It's
though?
my turn.
Okay.
It should be
I don't
always
want no
be your
problem.
turn.
It's okay.
Is it the same thing or is it something different?
It's something different, and I
But
never
that's
know what it
spontaneity,
is.
though. This is
That's
exactly
what
we
we
were
said.
talking about.
But no, you all were talking about them evolving as a person.
You right.
We were
Yeah,
talking
yeah, I was
about
talking about
career
evolving.
wise.
Came up.
Example, as an
Career-wise,
example,
we
not
were
as the-
talking-
not as the whole thing.
We were
You
talking
took
about-
one thing that I said
We were
and made
see,
it
now they
the-
trying to
the
back
key to
D
everything.
Boogie,
No,
elbow D Boogie, elbow. We got him today. We got. Boom. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Evolving as
yeah.
a person is a part of spontaneity. That's why I
No,
asked,
you
are
saying she boring. She boring,
Ooh.
and she do the same thing, and she keep putting her hair in that ponytail. I like my ponytail.
It's the same part to the right for the last 20 So my sister-in-law, if you don't cut the side, put some color, girl, I'm sick of it. I know he got to be tired of it. Throw a wig on, cut it off, do something, girl. I'm bored.
You getting this all this? I'll just making sure because this is Ray or Tasha. You're not going to get this ever again.
If you don't switch the part
So
from
we
the
getting
left
the
to
real
the
one
right.
today.
yeah, you get a little bit of the real
time.
one.
But I
tonight.
stick
Not all of
beside
it.
her. I
all
don't
the
care what
time.
it
Not
is.
all
I'm
of it.
sticking beside her.
Thank you.
Oh, you know,
Off
no,
air.
as you should, as
This
you
is
should.
off
That is
air
not cheap.
Tasha.
Listen, I'm always real.
But look,
Really, D Boogie?
This is on air Tasha. We getting off air Tasha right now.
right.
A little bit, about 25% of it.
You know what? Lies, all lies. Anyway, so how do we get the spark back? So Tinder said, if he stopped doing it, you gonna start doing it.
Yes.
I don't believe it, but I'm still sticking beside you.
I'm gonna do it. Let me tell you why I'm gonna do it. It's because it's not always about what he can bring to the table.
That's good.
It's what I'm bringing to the
What Steve
table
Harvey
too.
said.
Tender.
What Steve Harvey said is what you could bring to the table, man. That's what Steve Harvey said.
But how long you gonna do it though?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it until I'm not doing it. Until I'm not doing it,
I'm just trolling.
and then maybe we need to have a conversation. But I'm not gonna not do it just
Yeah.
because he stopped. I still want the spark, right? So it's my turn.
And see, I can get with that because if he was always doing it, and then maybe he didn't do it the month of June, since we about to be in June, and tend to say, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna plan something this week.
And I did that.
I can get with that. I can absolutely get with that. Diggy Boogie, what you got to say? I don't know what.
Who? What you call me?
Huh? Commercial break.
Wow. We need to go to break.
PSA. Go on
Who,
break.
Boogie?
I heard that. I want to hit the bell myself on myself. I said, "Oh, that did not come out right." I don't know what that
Well,
was.
anyway.
I know what was said.
Yeah, I heard it too. We all did. Let me hit the
edit
bell.
that.
There you go. There you go. Just edited. We
This
just
is
hit the bell.
Tasha in rare form right now.
Whew, it must be the
No,
allergy
but
medicine.
you know what?
It-
But
that's what it is.
the
That's
spark is
exactly what it is.
always
That's what it is.
it exists.
What
It
exists?
exists. The spark exists even when
That's not true.
the
Go ahead.
flame goes out.
Sometimes the spark is gone.
It exists even when the flame goes out. And to you have to do is you. Do you know how to create a spark? You did you go to like Girl Scouts and everything like that?
I know how to create a spark.
With the magnesium and then you.
No, old school bricks.
Oh, okay. The friction.
And friction.
And
All right.
friction is always bring a spark.
Sometimes you have to, when the flame goes out, through friction, and that's rubbing two objects together.
We get it.
The spark could come back.
Sometimes you can rub two objects together and the spark still don't come.
It has to be the same two objects.
Sometimes it's the same two objects, and sometimes the spark is just gone.
You also need some tinder, though.
And then you got to blow on it. once it starts smoking, you got to blow on it.
Yeah.
Do you not have to blow on it,
You
Rafi?
can't get no spark
You
without
got
no
to blow
blow.
on it. You got
That's
to
what they
blow
do.
on it.
Hey, listen,
And
we're
then
going to take another break because they just need a break.
That's a good place to go to break. Ladies, just blow on it.
And that spark of being.
And fellas,
Let me
let's
tell
not
you.
limit this to just the ladies.
That
A
flame
little air
will
go a
come.
long way.
Ooh, that flame.
Yo, what up? You already know what it is. Your boy DJ Chris Dosh. I ain't gonna stop. I see the. I ain't gonna stop. I mean.
What's up, Cleveland? We are back. And we're talking about how to keep that spark in relationships. When we left for break, I think Tasha was discussing, D Boogie and I were on the same page, and Tasha and Rafiq, and I don't know where Cristal's lying in this.
He with Tasha and Rafiq.
Where are you?
I'm everywhere. Doesn't matter. I'm trolling today.
He's straddling the fence.
I'm just trolling today. Wrapping it up. Well, you okay?
Well, you
You
know.
good?
So, Tasha,
Yeah.
so how do we, because we got to wrap this thing around, how do we bring the spark back, no matter, you know, or do we cut it? I mean, how much effort do we, if it's gone, how much effort do we do to?
You don't cut it.
I know this may not sound like something I would say, but I don't
Tasha,
think
she
you
like
need
to
to.
cut.
Well, no, I don't
right.
think you initially need to cut it. Not initially now. Not initially, because if you are still entertaining the person, or if you guys are still, talking and hanging out or whatever, there's still a spark there, as D Boogie said. It may be, you might have to get some tinder, as Rafiq said. You might have to get a couple bricks, a couple sticks, do a whole lot of blowing. Both people. Together,
and
teamwork.
Both people, not one.
I'm gonna use this example. I can remember, and I'll be really, really quick. I was dating this guy, and something was going on with his car before he got another car, and he was like, "Listen, I'm about to send you an Uber. I'm about to come." He said, "I know I can't do like Gray did on the movie and send you a helicopter, but I'm about to send you an Uber because I need to see you.
that.
I need to see you right now." And he was like, "And I don't want you to come here. I want you to meet me here. So I'm gonna have an Uber bring you to where I am."
I like that.
So I said, "I'm not coming." He
bad
said, "Listen, I done already did it. The Uber will be there in 10 minutes."
They said Uber Black.
No.
You know.
But the point that
Uber
I'm
Black is a real
it is a real thing. But the point that I'm making with that scenario is that he understood you need to get this spark back, and he was willing to do whatever it took to make it happen. Even though I was like, I ain't coming, he didn't leave me an option. He said, "No, you coming." And the guy gonna beat her, the driver gonna beat her in a few minutes. So I think what needs to happen is sometimes you just gotta go. I can't say this. Kahuna's deep.
Yeah.
Into getting this. That's the clean way.
Basketball deep.
right. Thank you.
Basketball deep.
Well,
That's all you have to
basketball deep, fellas, y'all set the tone and the woman follows. So if, set that tone, go get her, throw some matches, some lighter fluid, throw all of it on there.
So you're saying you're saying that if the spark is gone, both parties,
Yeah, both parties.
spark is gone. You feel it's up to the man to reintroduce the spark? Is that so? So you're saying then also the women
Yes.
are waiting on the man to do it.
Sometimes, most of the time, the woman is waiting, and I think the woman should be willing. I think the woman should definitely, make it a little easy. Be there, be available, be accessible. Throw a little hip out there, whatever you need to throw out there to let them know. Listen, I'm just kind of waiting on you to, to do it because men should lead.
Okay.
That's
And
my
the reason I
Oh,
ask,
so- go ahead.
so the reason I ask because I remember when I was in my marriage how the spark was gone, and and I was trying to reintroduce the spark. However, I was trying to reintroduce the spark by questions. So, hey, are you such and such? This and that. Whereas if I
Taking the initiative.
Take action.
yeah, instead, now as I move forward, a lesson learned is that no, I'm not going to ask the question.
There you go.
I'm going to get you an Uber.
That's it.
Just like you just said.
That's
I'm
it.
just going to get you an
We
Uber.
love
Yeah,
when Take the initiative.
Take the initiative.
Yeah.
Like old time caveman type joint. Like
Yeah,
more with
come
the-
get
we
me,
not
baby.
pulling people by
Club in here, grab, let's go.
Ponytail,
Yeah.
That's
drag her
domestic
on.
Just drag me lightly.
Yeah, but I get that. I get that.
It's the same analogy.
I see the cartoon.
Yeah,
But
that's what
women
she
love
said.
You see the
that.
cartoon.
Women,
That's what the analogy is.
listen,
Right.
I want to say this to the fellas too. Listen, fellas, women love when a man comes and get what he deems is his. Don't come gentle. Don't be tiptoeing. Send me an Uber, and if I say I ain't coming, say, oh, listen, it's gonna be there in a minute. Like D Boogie said, I'm not asking no questions. This is what we doing. Because men, you guys are supposed
I
to
love-
lead.
yes, we do.
Come
Love-
get
we
us.
love a man
If we
that's
still
gonna do
talking
that.
to you, we still
Ooh.
spending time with you. Come grab us gently by the neck.
No, that's domestic violence.
That's why I said gently.
Is it?
I ain't gonna call the
Don't be
police.
grabbing me by the neck. Grab me by the hand.
So you don't like
Or
get
the shoulder.
choked on your-
No.
your neck? Oh, okay. Some
Well,
people
grab
like get
Tender
choked
by
on
the
a little
hand.
bit.
You can grab me
Grab
by
me
the
by
Tender,
the hand.
tender need to be
Kiss my
tender.
neck.
She wanted
That's what I'm
tender.
saying.
Kiss my neck.
She
Don't
wanted
grab me
tender.
by the neck. Kiss my neck. Grab me by the hand.
She wanted tender 10.
Oh God. So yes, and ladies, when that brother is putting forth that full Nelson pressure, that's when you give in.
All right.
Some of these guys
Okay, we
don't
got
know
to
they
get
pressure.
ready to jet set. Anything you want to
Got 'em
close?
grabbing you by the
Anything you
neck.
want to close with before you roll out?
Keep the
But
spark alive.
My brother got anything? All right. Okay. Well, listen, y'all. We appreciate y'all being here with us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Could you just tell them once again, because I know that people really enjoyed this one, where they can find us?
Find us at YouTube, or on YouTube, I should say. Relationship Talk, Uncut, Uncensored. Again, that's on YouTube. Relationship Talk, Uncut, Uncensored.
All right. We out.
We out. Peace.
What it's like to be in love. Hey, tell me what it's like to feel protected when you hug. I've been feeling like I'm stuck. I'm so stubborn when it come to feeling.